I cancelled the hotel reservations for his daughters, adding less than 30 days before. It started off bad. I got the call in April. "Hello, I'm Greg Martinez. I'm a lawyer in Washington, D.C. My daughter is getting married on September 7th and I need to hold 10 rooms. Since they were taking the entire house, he wanted a group discount. I informed him that there would be no discounts of any kind for that time period, as the local football team was scheduled for a home game. I also required two-night stays. I tried to sound firm to discourage haggling, but it was an uphill battle. About half of the conversation was composed of repeated requests and denials. At the end of the call, I promised to hold the rooms, but required a signed contract and a deposit. So, I typed up a contract for the first time ever. The entire time, I was very conscious that he was a lawyer and pushy for favorable terms. I sent the contract to him, hoping not to hear back. But the signed contract was sent back the next day. I updated the computer to reflect the deal. I also left a copy of the contract at the computer for staff to review. Over the next week, I had many conversations with Greg's family. It was always the same. "I want one night, just like grandma, and group discounts are really what we deserve." I resisted these demands too much frustration. I was spending a lot of time explaining the contract to the family, but they had difficulty understanding. Over the next few months, I had many more conversations with Greg and family. If they couldn't get discounts, they wanted upgrades or special favors. The entitlement and persistence were making me anxious and angry. More than one told me that the customer is always right. Infuriating. We had a deal. Greg, in particular, was maddening. We had 3 conversations specifically about one-night room requests. His logic said that since I had already agreed to one exception, there was some kind of obligation, expectation, that more should follow. I'm not a lawyer and I think he intended to exploit my ignorance, but I remained firm and increasingly angry. 28 days before the reservation, we had another phone call. Greg was hoping for wedding amenities, something I didn't offer, by which he meant provide us flowers and champagne. This was to be instead of a group discount, which was still an expectation. Somehow, months later, I was done, feeling exploited and bullied. "Let me see what my wife thinks," I said. I found my wife and asked her to find the deposit that was required by the contract. The Martinez family money no longer mattered to me. I wanted to find a loophole in the contract. I wanted out. After 2 hours of very detailed searching, my wife came back and told we never deposited a deposit check. It was past due.